What's up everybody, and welcome back to another gold making video. Today we're going to be going over the loot that I received from 100 runs of Iron Docks. Now, this is the first time that I've ever really run Iron Docks, so I feel like I played it a little safe with my loot that I kept. I kept anything that was unique, and then I kept any of the really high ticket items. I kept those as well, despite the really low sell rate on some of them. We'll get into that. But first, Iron Docks I know is really good because if you have level 2 of the auction house module, whatever it is in your garrison, you can get all of the auction house parts. Oh, I can't click on my garrison to show you. But I made sure before I started running Iron Docks, I made sure to get that. It took maybe an hour of like questing and waiting around, waiting for things to build. So it definitely was an investment of time. It's not like you could just decide, hey, I'm going to go run Iron Docks. Let me just get the level 2 real quick. Like it takes like a little bit of planning beforehand. Not a whole lot, but just make sure if Iron Docks is something that you're interested in, make sure you have that on your character you're running it on. And again, like I said, this is my first like run through of it, so it was new and exciting to me. It ended up taking me every 10 runs was maybe 40 to 45 minutes, depending on how distracted I was. So really not too much of an investment. Not as much as Oldman anyway. Let's get into the loot that I received though. I'm excited. I ended up getting a bunch of the auction house modules. That's why I kind of brought it up. Like I said, level 2 of the auction house in your garrison. So the auction memory socket, I received 11 of those. It has a region market value of 3K, 3.2K, let's say, has a really high sell rate. I'm really excited to sell these. Like I said, this is my first experience with these. I received 13 of the auction connecting valve. It has a region market value of 3.5K. 0.14 are sold daily. Pretty excited about that. Really high sell rates on both of these here. And then finally, the third one we received 10 of. It is the auction add-ons installer. That's cute. 2.9K, just as good a sell rate. Very excited. Just with these alone, I will have made it worth my time. We're going to get into our blues and epics at the very end. Let's go over some of the greens. Like I said, I played it a little safe here. There were so many greens that I ended up putting in my guild bank to store for my 100 runs video, and then in the end I decided to play it a little safe. I kept a couple that were shared appearances, but primarily I kept anything that was unique that was, above 1K, 2K. And it ended up mostly being weapons. In fact, I think all of them are weapons. I'm going to prove myself wrong if I mouse over one. Yeah, I think they're all weapons here. So weapons and shields, stuff like that. So this shield here, 20K region market value. I believe I have 3 of them. Pretty neat. Decent sell rate as well. It's going for 19K on my server, so that's pretty standard there. Stonebreaker shield here, 12K. This is a low sell rate in comparison to the last one. The last one was here 0.011, whereas the Stonebreaker shield is 0.009, so that's gonna take a while. I do like this one better though. I just like the little swirly part right there. I don't know, that's just me though. Evermorn Twig, I received 2 of these. They are unique as well. 4K region market value. I just think they're really cool. A lot of these weapons, like as I was running this dungeon, I was like admiring how cool the weapons are. I think it's kind of cool when they have like stuff that stand out. That's not like your average, like just generic sword model. Dagger, kind of cool, I guess. It has some vines there. Growth Shaper Spellblade. I have received 2 of those, 3.2K. The Vine Wrapped Knuckles, really neat here, 2.6K. Again, 0.005, lower sell rate. Again, that's why I was kind of playing it safe here. Just wanted to be sure that they would sell if I posted them on the auction house. Next up is the Alchemy Sword. I'm pretty sure I said that one wrong. I really like this again. Like these weapons are really neat. 0.005 sell rate, 7.7K region market value there. Next up is the Soul Keeper wand. Again, pretty unique model here. 1.7K, this is our cheapest so far. It is what it is. It's unique. I'll post it on the auction house. We'll see if it sells. Next up, a vine wrapped gun. This one is not unique, but I just thought it might be worth keeping and seeing. There's only one other appearance that it's shared with, and I do not have that one collected either. So worst case, I can just mail this off to my hunter. It is 3.3K. Next up is the vine wrapped staff. I thought out of all of these, this is probably my favorite. I'm probably going to end up learning one of these. I just thought it was really, really neat. 8K reach market value, and the sell rate is 0.01. So probably the best so far, I'd say, outside of the shield here, the 0.022. That's definitely the best so far. Again, it's really neat. So a different color here is the vine wrap staff, 4K versus 8K here. It just depends on the coloring of it. I prefer this one here, so we're gonna end up learning that one. But I did receive this alternative color here. I received 4 of those. They're going for almost 17K on my server, surprisingly. This one does share an appearance, whereas this one does not. This coloring here, the vine wrapped staff versus the, actually, wait, are they both called vine wrapped staff? What? That's not confusing at all. Okay, well, we learned something new. Interesting. Okay. Vine wrapped staff, okay, well, they are both called the same thing there. Next up is the vine wrapped greatsword. It does share an appearance, but I just thought it was a very unique weapon as well. 0.014 sell rate, and it is 11.6K region market value there, almost 12K. Next up, we have the incised gun. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong too. I have 4 of them, 10K region market value, only 5K on my server. Next up, we have 7 of these. The staff here, it does look very unique. However, it's only going for 1.6K on my server, so I might end up vendoring some of these. 7 is a lot, especially with a 0.003 sell right there. That's a slow seller. It's so 11K region market value versus 1.6K. I don't know. We'll see about that one. I'm still iffy on it. It is unique, but we'll see. Next up, we have the greatsword here, 21K. It's basically an alternative color to this other one we were looking at here, the greatsword. So again, red or green, it is up to you, I guess. This one here, 21K, 0.022 sell rate, awfully, like not bad at all. 21K on my server. Honestly, it's your pick. Next up is the broad axe, 8.2K. Not bad. 0.012 daily sold, kind of okay. The greatsword here, oh, I like that one. I just love when they have like multiple colors there. That is 0.006, so kind of a slow sell rate, 5.7K. I might end up just sending this off to learn it. It is not a unique appearance. I've learned it from the Mighty Gorian Greatsword. But still, it's such a unique item, I figured I would keep it. And then finally, we have the Lunar Glow Gun, 0.011, 11K region market value, however, it's going for 30K on my server. So I'm excited to see how this one performs. And all right, that's all of our greens here. Let's talk about the blues and epics we received. I feel like I did really well here. I ran this with some of my streaming buddies, so I feel like I have to thank them because every single time they did a loot appraiser challenge, I was like, let's go to Iron Docks, and they were not fans. Anyway, I was really, really lucky here. Let's start at the bottom here. So auto-loading crossbow of the Sand Emperor, 0.001 sell rate here, but it is unique. 80K region market value. I think it's wild. That's going to take forever to sell, but it is unique, so I'm happy about that one. Next up, we have the Sliver of Natha. This one is not unique. It shares an appearance with one other here. 77K region market value, 0.007 sell rate there. Let's see what that looks like. It looks pretty in line with all of the greens we received, honestly. Nothing too wild there. Next up, Shade's Kidney Thumper. 222k region market value, 205k on my server, 0.002 sell rate. I mean, again, I feel like I got extremely lucky with all of the drops here, so I'm delighted by that one. I have not collected it though, so that's gonna have to be a, do I learn it or do I sell it? It's gonna be a tough decision. Next up, the Saber of the Faceless Moon, 109k region market value. Ooh. And it is 420k on my server, 0.006 sell rate there. We'll see. I really like that sword. That's pretty neat. And it has like, I called it fog before. I don't know what that is. Just it's really neat that it has like effects as well. That's really cool. All right, next up, the Reinforced Tusk Blade. This one is not unique. It shares one appearance. 70k region market value, 82k on my server, 0.004 sell rate. So that's going to be a slow seller as well. But again, it could be worth it. We'll see. Kuglar's Stylus of Sorcery. This one is unique. Only 56k only. Oh, it has like fire coming out, like smoke maybe? That's really neat. Okay. 0.003 sell rate. For whatever reason, it is going for 133k on my server. I don't think it's going to sell for that much, but we'll see. Next up is the double layered Frostboar cloak. This one is extremely expensive for, I feel like, no reason. 347k region market value. My server, it's 280k, 0.002 sell rate, but it shares appearances with two other items, and I have it collected from one. So again, I'm a little skeptical on that one, just because like, it's not a unique appearance. You could easily get it from something else. But I mean, who knows? If you've sold this, let me know. Maybe I'm skeptical for no reason. All right, our next one here is the Dunestalker Mantle. 277k region market value, 0.001 sell rate. This one here, the market value is wild. I don't think there's one up on my server here, so maybe that's why the market value is so crazy. Yeah, I think this one's going to take forever to sell, and it doesn't like, there are so many things that it shares appearances with. I think this is more of a like, because it's epic, it's so expensive. Well, we'll see. Again, it's going to take forever. 0.001. Next up is the Fur Padded Drift Wader. This one also is not unique, but it has a region market value of 103k, 0.002 sell rate. It's going for 75k on my server. Not awful. So many appearances though. And then finally, I think this one is probably the most neat out of them all. I think there's even a history to it, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Asheila's Adorned Waistguard. Region market value is 593k. This one is unique, and it actually has a shockingly high region market value, a region sell rate, just like based off of the price here. It's 0.022. I'm very, very surprised. Like I said, it's unique. We can check out what that looks like here. It's a belt. It holds up your pants. I don't know. So it's interesting. I know that there's some history to it as to like why it's named this. It's really neat that it's unique and that it has such a high sell rate. I am delighted by this. I definitely was not expecting to get as many blues as I got here. I think I'm probably going to hold off on running Iron Docks for the foreseeable future, just based off of how many of these auction house modules I have. But overall, I would like absolutely come back here on another server maybe and start fresh. I think I'm going to be sitting on a lot of these for a while on this server. Maybe I'll reconsider once I sell all of these modules. But again, if I have like 10 is my low, yeah, 10 here, 13, 11, like I have plenty of these. So again, fantastic luck here. I think I did really, really well. I even noticed that as I ran this, I got a lot of liquid gold as well. Like not to the point where I would farm this specifically for liquid gold, but it was a very nice bonus in addition to everything else I was getting. But I think that wraps it up. Thank you all so much for watching. I feel like I kind of ramble on these videos, But this is exactly the type of video that I appreciated just starting out, to see what dungeons drop what, just a good snapshot. But anyway, thank you all so much for for watching this rambling video. I very much appreciate it. If you enjoyed this and would like to see more content like this, please let me know. I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.